do it in here. All right, so astrocartography. So what's up, guys and ladies? Astrocartography, what it is and how it works. Let's keep this moving. Standing out here in this forest. Look at this foresty place. Fuck that. Excuse my French. All right, guys. Like I was saying, astrocartography, what it is and how it affects you. Astrocartography is based upon your star sign, how the location you live will affect you on your life. Now, I've been dabbling and researching this a little bit, and I found some pretty interesting things about people I know and star signs. Well, it turns out that where you live plays a really big effect on your life right now. So it can really be beneficial to you if you pay attention to astrology and how it will affect you in your life. Now, how does this work? If you look at a map, an astrocartography map, to see what would be the best ideal city for you, if you go on a site like astro.com, enter your birth date information, the time of place you were, the place and time that you were born is very important to know. Once you figure out these two things, you'll be able to see the map, and it'll give you all these complicated lines and ascendants and moon signs. It's basically the planets and how they affect your life based upon the location that you're living. Now, I've seen these maps before, but I had no idea how they work and how, like, what's what. But now, actually, I understand how it works. So I'll explain it to you in detail. I don't know if I can go through each sign. There's 12 signs, and there's a lot of these lines. But I can show you how to find about yourself and explain to you how the site works, and see if you've experienced any of these benefits while you've been on your journey and your traveling around the planet. Now, each side of the planet, these lines cross. They cross the Earth, and you can see that as they cross the Earth, they're exactly pinpointed in certain cities, certain major cities. Now, why is this? Well, I'll tell you why this is. This is because our society, based upon New England Greenwich time and the calendar and how our society is organized, is actually organized based upon these star signs. It's not the astrology wasn't invented out of thin air. It was invented by the powers that be, and they used these astrological signs to place cities, urban cities, so that the most people can live in these areas without having to move. So now, why would they do that? That's because they want people to be able to live in these where these ley lines are. Where these ley lines are, they want people to be able to move there and live there easily. Now, you're probably saying, this is crazy. How could this possibly be? It seems kind of far-fetched to me. Well, it's not far-fetched because I gotta get out of this car. I can't do this. It's not far-fetched because if you look at these star signs, if you look at these cities and where they locate them, they're right on the ley lines of where you would expect them to be. Okay, so say if you're Cancer, your ascendant may run right through New York, so you'll see it right there on New York. You'll see the line go through. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. And then the benefits of that being is that when you move to these cities, the planets that have those powers that'll help you develop, say like Mercury is all about communication. Mars is all about, say, aggression and war. Venus is all about love and touch. All right. So in these cities, so say if you're looking for a girlfriend, you may want to, the ley line may run right through a place like South Dakota and go through a city, or a city in Canada, and you might look up the city. It's like Daphne, Canada, and that is like a small little city where a lot of people live, where a lot of people go to congregate. So you look up Daphne, Canada, and Monteb, Canada, Ontario, and then you look it up. see, oh, a lot of your Ukrainian people like to go there. It's like 80% Ukrainian. You're like, oh, I'm Ukrainian. Why are a whole bunch of Ukrainians going to that particular city? Well, it's not just that they like to go to that particular city. What it is the astrology sign, the planet of Venus goes right down there. Okay, for certain star signs. So if your star sign has Venus in it on that ley line, when you go there, you'll be the most attractive, and then you'll find that all of these beautiful Ukrainian women are coming towards you. This is how it works. This is how star sign works. This is how you use it to your benefit. Once you understand the ley lines and how they're organized, right? So people will say, oh, I want money, so I'm going straight to I'm going to go straight to my ascendant house, to, I think it's Mars. That's all about money. So you'll go straight there. So once you go straight there, all of a sudden you're able to learn better. You're able to get a group of people on your side a lot easier. And when you do that, your life changes. Your life will change quicker. You could try as hard as you want. You will get results, but there will be nothing compared to what they would be if you're in the correct city. Now, let's say Aries, for example. Aries, all right? The Ram. Where's Aries? What even country would Aries be the best in? Well, I looked it up before. They say it's England. England, the most powerful country in the world, where their power is unseen. It's Germany, England, there's a couple other countries, but England, okay? I forgot what town it is, but it depends on exactly what time you were born, would dictate where the ley line passes when you were born and where you should be at right now. So it may go through Liverpool, it may go through Birmingham, it may go through London if you're lucky. And when you go to those cities, guess what happens? You're able to communicate with people, you're able to get people on your side, you become highly persuasive, and everything just goes your way. Boom like this, boom like this. So if you want to get a girlfriend, all of a sudden you say, oh, I want to get a girlfriend, I want to get a beautiful girl. How is this going to happen? So then what you do is you'll go to this map and you'll see the difference, like the certain place that you want to be at. And sometimes it'll be in the middle of nowhere where the city is, and it'll be a city in the middle of nowhere, and guess what, the ley line goes right through that city. It might go down a few states too. It'll go down the whole entire United States, but there'll be like only one or two cities that it'll cross, and that city will be right where the ley line is. And it's not by chance that happens. This is actually what it is. And if you look up that city and see what's going on, you're like, wow, there's a lot going on in this middle of nowhere town. Why is there a lot going on? Why is there no poverty here? Why are they giving out free income to a place in the middle of nowhere where it's like 52% German? And then like in the urban cities, they're not even practicing these experiments. But if you go in the middle of nowhere, they're practicing experiments of no poverty. Anybody who lives there gets a job, or anybody who lives there gets a basic income. So yeah, that's what it is. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about with the whoa, it's a big ass bug. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about, and you will see what I mean. So they even have places where you could eat, like where you would enjoy yourself the most, and they're like, yeah, be careful, if you stay here too long, you'll get fat. I mean, that's like literally how in depth it goes with these planetary signs, because the sun isn't the only object in outer space that's dictating our lives. Like if there was no sun, there will be no us. But if you move a few planets, say you blew up a planet, we have the power to nuke a planet. What do you think will happen? What do you think would happen if we nuked Mars and there was no Mars? What would happen? You know what would happen? The gravitational pull would be very, very different on everybody here. The gravitational pull would be very, very different, and our brains would work a lot differently. Like the gravity, the way the whole cosmos work would be very, very different without Mars. So with Mars in place, it not only just gives you gravitational pull, but it's sending out energies that we don't even understand. The powers that be may understand a little bit more than we do, because of course you get millions of people to research this. They can come up with ideas and understandings of what's going on, and through thousands of years of moving through the whole planet, they've been able to come up with the astrological science that we have today. So yeah, I'll pull up home and I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about on the computer, because I'm sure you've seen these ley lines before, but you have no idea what they are. You have no idea what I'm talking about. But now maybe that I've put it in layman's terms, you guys can kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. A lot of you guys will think it's bullshit, but some of you who do, instead of taking a vacation to a place like Hawaii, why not take a vacation to the middle of nowhere where you might find your twin flame or your next girlfriend? It could happen, or why don't you take a vacation to the place where you can find out what you could do to make more money, a new endeavor, a new client, just try it out. You never know what could happen.